This is In the Parks and Beyond, the podcast where we dive deep into the magical world of Disney, explore the thrills of Universal, and venture beyond the parks. Join us for insider tips, expert insights, and world-class recommendations on the best rides, shows, and hidden gems. We'll take you on culinary journeys with top food picks and share exciting adventures from destinations around the world. So, pull your lap bars down and head into the parks with us as we embark on this roller coaster we call life.
Welcome back to In the Parks and Beyond. I am Jerry.
I am Katie.
And I am not Josh. I'm Noah.
Why, hello, Noah. As you can see,
Hello.
Josh is not here. Josh is sick, if you will. He's somewhere here in spirit, but not here. But Noah, what are you doing here?
Well, Josh told me that I needed to impersonate the Six Flags CEO for a morning. So I said,
You
I
got
can do
me.
that.
You did get me.
Yeah. So I stepped up to the plate, and I'm hoping that we can hit a grand slam. That's sports lingo.
Well, welcome.
I learned it from Josh.
So Noah, I think this is well, people don't know actually. I met Noah for the first time like 3 minutes ago. So
It's true.
hello, Noah.
Hello, Jerry. Nice to meet you.
Heard a lot about you, and glad to have you finally on.
Glad to be on.
Noah is a legend in theme park companions, and if you need to hire him for impersonations on podcasts,
That's true. Yeah, absolutely. I can do Richard Z pretty well from Six Flags. I do a mean Richard Z.
Clearly, because I literally fell for it. Katie, before you came in, he had his camera off, and it literally just said Richard Z on there. And Josh was like, "Oh, we have the CEO." And I just sat there for a second and was like, "Okay." And then you finally came in, and Josh introduced again. I'm like, "Wait a minute, is he really actually here?" And then you started talking in a southern accent. I'm like, "Wait a minute, maybe he actually does have one." And then all of a sudden his camera came on. I'm like, "Oh, come on."
That's what it's all about. So
we should have been recording that to just get your official reaction.
Man,
Oh man, it's great.
But yeah, it's first one without Josh. It's a weird one. I don't think Josh has ever made one. But so today, what do you guys want to talk about? I think starting off with the humor, I think we need to start telling some stories about some funny things. I think I had a topic in mind about funny things that's happened to you in the theme parks. No, I'm going to kick it off to you. What's some of your funny things that's ever happened to you in a theme park?
Well, we did a VIP tour at Universal Orlando, and that means you enter through the exit, the back door, if you will, of some of the rides. And one of those rides was King Kong. And funny, not funny, there was poop everywhere.
What? From like
Somebody
from
had
where?
Wait,
well,
actual?
yeah, oh yeah,
From
human
who?
feces.
Or it was human?
I hope
You sure it wasn't King Kong?
it could have been King Kong. He could have thrown the poop. I don't know, but
That's
gorillas are known to do that kind of thing. But I mean that animatronic is powerful, so I assume it just moved someone and their bowels with it, and so I get it. I really do.
I mean,
Man.
there are animals that can produce human-sized feces, so are we sure it wasn't an animal, like a service dog, maybe?
I'm fairly certain. They had closed off the whole hallway, and we had to walk around. And I felt so bad for the team member who was on the floor scrubbing it. And our VIP tour guide had said, "Oh, everybody go to the left, or no, go to the right, or no." And then the team member just looked up from the floor and said, "It's everywhere."
Talk about a VIP experience.
I know, very important Cooper right there.
Just about to say that. Stole my thunder.
You sure it wasn't Josh that did it after he got off Stardust Racers?
It might have been me after start. I mean, if I hadn't passed out, I was checking myself. I tell you, that's definitely a ride you want to wear Depends for. It's intense. I don't do roller coasters, so it was a lot.
I don't think I would ever thought of that. That would be in the story.
That's going to be a hard one to beat.
Man, let's see. Okay, you go.
Okay, well, mine is not nearly as grotesque and but, but it's probably something that you guys have encountered before. But we were at Disney World, at Magic Kingdom to be specific, and there was a family sitting next to us, and the kids were like crying, bawling, crying because they wanted to see Harry Potter. And the mom was like, "We're going to go to Harry Potter. It's like right around the corner here." And I'm like looking at them like, Harry Potter is not in this part.
Not in this part.
You
Yeah,
are
right around the corner, just up I-9.
And so like the mom kind of like, I guess, catches me listening into their conversation, and she's like, "How do we get to the Harry Potter area?" And I'm like, "You are at the
Get to the
completely
tram,
wrong-"
get to your car.
The Uber station's just in the parking lot.
That's right, yeah. You can get there pretty okay time.
Oh man.
So she had to tell the kids that she bought the tickets to the wrong park, and I got to watch that, so that was amazing.
Well, that's classic. That's the best. Like I always love hearing people like they always like mix Disney and Universal together. And I'm just like, they're two separate parks, people. Like, don't make the mistake. Don't do it. Or like Disneyland and Disney World, people buy Disneyland tickets but fly to Disney World. Like,
Yep.
Bro, what are you doing?
And then they blame Disney for it.
Yeah, then they blame Disney.
Yeah, they blame Disney for it. Yeah.
Oh man, that's great. Well, my story actually pretty recently, and is actually with co-host Joshua. Should have been here to help tell the story, but so he and I, this was back in March, I think like third week of March, I believe. He and I were coming back. We went to Parkstill Farms, I believe. Was that where we're coming from, Josh? Yes. We just got done sitting in like maybe like 2 hours and 15 minutes in traffic on I-4. And we finally get back into the Disney. We're almost at Disney Springs. We're sitting at the light to get into the garage. Just sitting there listening to some music. And all of a sudden, you just hear, whew, boom, right off of Josh's car. And it was a freaking golf ball.
My
Came out of nowhere and just belted
right.
Josh's freaking roof. And we just started bursting out, like, because we were just like, first off, where the hell did that come from?
Yeah.
And Josh just goes, he's like, who the heck just hit that? Happy Gilmore? Because like we're like looking around, there's like the closest golf resort isn't like, I mean, it's nearby, but like not like super close to the roadways. And I'm just like, Josh, man, you just, you know, you just had the luck of getting the golf ball. And I was ragging on him on his car the whole day, but not
Because
even one dent.
I mean, he drives a vintage classic
Legit.
car. So this is crazy. That golf ball
didn't even dent, but that was like the
$10s
joke.
of damage.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to ask. I was like, surely with that kind of sound, it would have dented.
Not even a ding on that.
Well, it's that old German steel he's got with that vintage Mercedes he drives. So I get it. Yeah, the golf ball's probably going to sue.
Yeah, the Josh ball, the Josh ball, the golf ball got more
That's what
damage
the kids
than
are calling it, the Josh ball. Yeah.
Oh man, but that was the joke of the night after that. Actually, I still laugh about it. I was actually just texting him about it yesterday. I was like, man, every time I drive past it, that's all I think about now is the golf ball.
And it explains why he doesn't ride around with the top down anymore, is because of the golf ball thing. Yeah.
Oh man,
it's all coming together.
But the thing is too is just like where we were, it wasn't like we were like the first car in the first lane. It was like it skipped over the highway to get to him. Like it was like meant to be. It was so funny. So funny.
Did you get out and get the golf ball?
No, I wish. But we did. The thing like after it hit him, it still had speed on it. I think like took off like down the road. Like I'm just like
I hit somebody else too.
I was just about to say that. I'm like about to get kicked up on somebody's tire and hit Josh a second time.
That would be Josh's luck. That would be Josh's luck.
Oh man, so funny. I had to be there. It's one of the things you had to be there for.
Well, I definitely think that story ranks number one of the stories we told. Mine would get number two, obviously, with the duty.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, I had to do that one.
He was waiting. I could see the wheels.
You saw the cogs turning. Absolutely, yeah. Oh man.
Oh man.
That's crazy though. But yeah, so a golf ball. It was so the size of a golf ball.
Yeah, it was just out of nowhere. Literally just.
And it wasn't hail.
Nope.
It was a golf ball.
Definitely a golf ball. It was whoever hit it. I mean, actually, I meant to tell
Props to
Josh
him.
yesterday while we were talking. I'm like, I wonder if it could have been Happy Gilmore because they were around the time when they were still finished, filming the second
Doing it,
one.
yeah.
I know it wasn't filmed at Disney, but like, hey, for all you know, it could have been Adam Sandler.
Right. That's absolutely right. And I'm gonna, when I tell the story, I'm gonna say that it was Adam Sandler. So
Yeah.
That's how it will go down. It's a folktale when Josh's car got hit by Adam Sandler's golf ball.
yeah. And then we
Yeah.
got to meet him, but he didn't want to talk to Josh. He only talked to me and Jerry. And and then Katie took the picture, and then we ran out of time because he had to go. But he had great photo skills. But me and Jerry got to meet him, so that was great.
Man,
Feel bad for Josh.
yeah. Poor Josh.
Well,
Oh,
let's get to know Noah
Yes.
a little bit, I think, because we've given him a brief intro, and we know he's a funny guy. But
Funny
what
looking.
makes you you?
What makes me me?
We're going to ask you the deep questions, and then we're going to ask you the theme park questions. You
Okay,
look
what
like you're
makes-
in a psychologist's office, so that's what.
Yeah, I'm in my library here. Lots of knowledge. I think one of these is an encyclopedia or was,
or was.
What makes me me? Oh boy. Well, I love bananas. I love banana flavored things. I have a beautiful wife who does beautiful things, and I have 4 cats, and I have a dog.
Aw.
And I'm the oldest of 8 kids. Come from a big family, and I'm funny. Humble. Big on humble. Listen, I mean, there's few people who have the humility that I do. Like, truly, I've met a lot of people, and I go, that guy's just not really humble like me. And I just don't vibe with those people.
Yeah.
Hence why Josh isn't here today.
Well, it's the order of separation that we had. He's just so, yeah.
Oh man.
Well, what got you into theme parks, and then maybe you can talk about how we all met, I guess, or
Okay, sure.
some of our
sure.
favorite. Because I know, like, I've been to the theme parks with you, and Josh has, and Josh, you and me have been together, but Jerry hasn't been yet.
It's
so
like I don't
Jerry-
exist. Josh is like
I
the
know.
only one I've hung out with in the parks, and actually he and I have seen each other
We've
later.
talked about
Yes.
this before.
Yeah.
We talked about like there's this lore in the podcast now that Jerry only exists within the
AI. I'm just
Within the confines of Josh, yeah.
I'm just AI.
That's true. I guess what got me into theme parks is I've always loved. I mean, Disney obviously is the American dream, right? Going to Disney, that's the big thing. And my family used to go a whole bunch when we weren't, a huge family. And then it just kind of became a whole like putting nickels in a 2-liter jar to try and convince my parents that was enough to go to Disney. And they're like, yeah, no, we can go to Dollywood. We live in Tennessee. The thing that it's just when you're there, you only exist within the confines of that theme park. It's all about that, and I love that. And getting to go as an adult, my wife took me for the first time as an adult, and it had been the first time in like 15 years that I went or something like that. A lot had changed. Theme parks are always changing. There's always something new going on. So going there and diving in, I was watching like hour-long YouTube videos about Magic Kingdom or Hollywood Studios and learning that most of the rides that I liked as a kid no longer exist. So that was kind of a bummer. R.I.P. Maelstrom and Great Movie Ride. But I digress. That going there though and seeing all the new stuff, and I'm always excited when something new is happening, unless it's replacing Dinosaur. I'm always excited for it. But yeah, I just love it, and I think that they're in the instance of Animal Kingdom, which is like that's number one for me. I love Animal Kingdom. What that does for conservational science, like if I was an animal that was going to be in captivity, I'd want to be at Animal Kingdom. Like I love it there. And it's sad to see that it, my favorite part of it is closing, but I love theme parks and going to them and learning about them. There's so many small details, and I love getting obsessed with why things are there or why the layouts are the way they are, why there's certain bottlenecks and whatnot. Like I love the science of theme parks so much. And I think that really has lent itself to how we all know each other through the travel advisor stuff, and how I at least met Katie and Josh through Pixie Vacations, and it's really helped a lot with being a travel advisor. Me being so obsessed with the nitty gritty, the details, and I'm always excited to learn about something new in the parks. So they're always changing. I'm obsessed with knowledge. I hoard it, and theme parks, there's nothing but infinite stuff to learn.
Yeah, I have to say I really enjoy the history of theme parks as well. And there's a few YouTube channels that I will binge just like on the
Yeah.
history, just to relive some of those old rides again because I do miss, like, I'm at Universal, Jaws, I miss that.
Yes.
And that, like, I don't know, I'm getting all this new Jaws merch that is coming out. I'm like, are they
have
bringing
to.
it back? Are they bringing
I'm just saying, there's room in Epic for Amity Island, right? Just a whole Jaws land.
Well, that's actually a good question. We talked about this, was it the last episode? If you could add one
Yep.
portal to, or actually, I think there's room for 2 portals at Epic. So if you could add 2 portals to Epic, what would they be?
Spielberg verse. I would do a whole
that's cool.
thing.
That would be
Just,
awesome.
I mean, there
Love
could
that.
be a Schindler's List boat ride. There could be Jaws boat ride. I'm all about boat rides. So, but yeah, we get all the Spielberg movies and put them in boats. It'd be great. It'd be like the Great Movie Ride, but it's a Great Movie Cruise.
Yeah.
And I just sit on a boat and I just see animatronics based off of Spielberg's greatest hits.
Actually, I'd sign
for
up
me.
for
I
that,
would love.
actually.
I would love.
I
a
like
That's
that
so
Spielberg
you
cool.
led
verse.
with Schindler's
Schindler's List boat.
Well, I snuck that in there. Okay. But I mean, it's, I guess, a second one. To add a second one over there, I would like another Jurassic Park land. I don't think there's enough of it. I love Jurassic Park, so I'm obviously just going to say dinosaurs. So, more dinosaurs. Maybe they get real dinosaurs.
Yeah.
That's what I would
That's
say.
a novel concept.
Yeah, I think they're doing it wrong in the movies. You know, that's all fake.
Yeah.
I think if we did it for real, it would be fine. You know, but the
It'd be a
movies have
bunch of
scared us off of it.
birds shitting on us.
Full circle to the poop again.
Everything comes back to poop. We all poop, but yes, I would do more dinosaurs. But Spielberg verse is absolutely, like, that's what I would love to see, and I think it's a really good homage to what Universal started as too, and it's nothing but nostalgia. So that's what I would do. But I like money.
Own park. That makes me think too, like Stephen King having his own land.
Ooh, like
Yes.
a Geary or
Yeah, that would be really cool.
That would
They
be
could
really
bring
cool.
back, like, you know, so many they could do. I'm having a morning mental block. But they could do so many. What is that TV show that was based off of, like, all of his books?
Isn't it like Rock Castle, Castle Rock?
Castle Rock. That's what.
Fraggle
Yeah,
Rock.
Yep.
Fraggle
Yeah.
Rock. They could do a Fraggle Rock version of Castle Rock.
I'd go. They ain't gonna have Muppets anymore. Get Fraggle Rock, Castle Rock, I guess.
What is it about Dino Land that you really like?
Great question.
So it's gonna be hard to believe, was a carny for a long time. And I love fairs and I love carnivals. Always have since I was a kid. And there is nothing like that in Disney World now. And you throw out your shoulder and you spend $40 and then your kid gets a teddy bear they didn't even want and they're only going to like for that trip. But there's something so magical about that. And I really just enjoyed the detail that went into Dino-Rama. Was unlike anything. The Chester and Hester, like, if you wanted a story, it was there. And for a lot of people, I get that it was like, why did they make a parking lot? And why does it look like this? But for somebody like me who just appreciates that attention to detail and loves the story of a land, Dino Land was, I think, top of the list for lands that tell a story. And it wasn't hidden. You just had to read a couple signs and you go, oh, okay. And like it, I gotcha. But my favorite ride of all time, still to this day, is Dinosaur, the Countdown to Extinction. It's the best. It still has a ride intro video that I don't think is cringy. It's funny. They're just naturally funny people. They're all stars. All of their names are fantastic puns. The ride doesn't really end until you leave the gift shop, because the whole time you're in that gift shop, you hear them yelling at Dr. Seeker over the intercom. It's fantastic. Like that doesn't happen anymore. The closest thing we have to it is Guardians, but that intro video is already dated, and it's, and I mean, I don't want to watch Terry Crews for 20 years to then it become nostalgic. Personally, I think that it should just feel natural already, and it just feels weird. But I don't have that feeling, and maybe it's because I just love Dr. Grant Seeker, fabulous name. Maybe I just love Grant Seeker and Dr. Marsh so much that I can look past their errors. But for me, it's the best. It's the best story, cover to cover, of any ride at Disney. Full stop. For me. Now you can't get mad.
We are so mad.
I know, but now you can't, because I said you can't get mad.
No, I see that. And what are your thoughts of like the changes that are coming? Like I know you're sad about like Dinosaur leaving, but like what's replacing? Do you feel like it's enough to change, or do you think it's just to throw it in there?
Disagree with it on the fundamentals of Animal Kingdom. Joe Rohde's my guy. I love Joe Rohde. And I've got to be very close to Joe Rohde a few times, physically, not emotionally. But he was at D23. I went to D23 last year in Anaheim, and I got to be like 3 feet away from him. I got to go to like the talk back he did and all that, and it was fantastic. And what he does for his craft, like Imagineering, for me, he's the best. And because again, Animal Kingdom is my park, and that's the park that he spent the most time, with and did. And to see it have and to say like, oh, IP, I love Pandora, and I love It's Tough to Be a Bug, and I love the Wilderness Explorer. So it's not the IP that bothers me. I just think it's weird for me to have an Indiana Jones ride in a park that doesn't have the Indiana Jones show. And I don't think that, unfortunately, even though I grew up wanting to be an archaeologist and thinking, oh, cool, archaeologist means I get to kiss a girl and not marry her. Thank you, Dr. Jones, for giving me that enlightenment. But I just don't think that he currently has the market power that he did 20, 30 years ago. And so I think it's weird to have an Indiana Jones ride now, especially with how many other movies they've made since then. Like, I don't think another Star Wars land is needed. I think Galaxy's Edge Batuu is okay. Maybe I would have done it differently, sure, but who wouldn't? I just don't think it fits. They're going for this, ecosystem, all that stuff, and to have the tropical Americas. It is an unrepresented thing in Animal Kingdom, and I can get behind that. I'm just not behind the addition by subtraction that I feel like Disney's trending towards for Disney World. It's very common in Disneyland. It's not super common in Disney World, and now it's becoming, more and more commonplace to see. Oh, yeah, we have all that land behind Thunder Mountain, but we're just going to delete the rivers of America. It's fine. So it's just interesting to me that that's the direction they've gone. But I love Animal Kingdom. It's going to be weird to go there without Dino Land. It already like shattered my heart into a million pieces when I went there and saw those damn green walls up. But I know a lot of other people are really excited and didn't enjoy Dino-Rama, and I'm alone on my island just shaking my fist. But I do think that it's going to be weird to see all those dinosaur heads and silhouettes all around Animal Kingdom, because we know they didn't change it when the Mythical Beastland never happened. There's just unicorns and dragons places. So now there's going to be unicorns, dragons, and dinosaurs. And what does that mean? So it's just awkward. And I do like they're bringing Joe Rohde back to do that land. Because if they didn't do that, I probably wouldn't go back to Animal Kingdom. But
No,
yeah.
I definitely feel you on that too. I'll be honest, I was on board about revamping Dinoland in my opinion, but I feel you on Dinosaur Ride because I definitely think that's an underappreciated ride for people. Me personally, I'm probably alone on this too. I also miss Primeval World. I actually love that ride.
Sure. My wife felt the same way. She said the Dinoland died when they took Primeval World away.
I
And
agree. Couldn't agree more. I was so disappointed when they stopped. When they said they couldn't get the part. I'm like, I know you can. I know you can.
We're Disney. You could make it. What are you talking about?
Oh man, but no, I feel that though. I think definitely Dinosaur is gonna be very, very well missed. I was definitely sad about that, and I kind of question too. Like I'm excited for Indiana. Like I love Indiana Jones too, but like the placement to me is like kind of the question mark too. I'm like,
it's weird.
Okay, well we'll see how it fits, I guess. But at the same time, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, I get it. Yeah, this it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a lot when Dinosaur's not there anymore.
Sure. And it's kind of like Magic too. Like now they just kind of like they drop like what it's gonna look like now for like Frontierland and things like that. And I'm still kind of skeptical because of like how they're gonna tie in. Still, how they're gonna tie cars into like
they're not
Tiana's, and I'm just like
it's weird. It's a shoehorn type of thing and for me, it's not. I mean, when it stopped Hollywood Studios to cut to the chase, it just I don't know what they're doing. For me, the simple answer would have been it becomes Pixar Studios. And you just do a bunch of Pixar stuff. You're putting Monsters Inc. there. You put in Cars there. You could do that, and boom,
That's
it's not out of place.
Yeah.
And sure, maybe we need to change the Rivers of America or retheme it or redesign it. But it's crazy that we as men built that river, and now we as men are taking the river away. It's weird. That's a lot of money. We put a lot of water in that. I can't imagine what their water bill was, and now look at that. Jeez, Lou. But yeah, it's crazy. It'll be different. I love Cars. I'm a big Lightning McQueen guy.
Yeah, for sure.
Listen, I love steak. I love banana pudding flavored ice cream, but I'm not putting banana flavored pudding. I'm not putting that on my steak. Okay. I don't want Cars in my Magic Kingdom.
No, I get you.
Don't Pixar Pier my Magic Kingdom. That's the t-shirt right there.
Oh man!
Actually, thought the concept art that they just came out with for that it was better than I expected. So
I feel the same way. I definitely like how they're incorporating it. I definitely think they are doing okay with it. But in my mind, though, like still knowing of like Frontierland and Big Thunder Mountain, Tiana's, and then you have random cars, and I'm like, I get it, but at the same time, it's like you're doing okay with mixing it in, but at the same time, it's like they don't really kind of mix well together. But again, I'll be more of a judge once it's actually here and you see it. So
that's right. I mean, we'll all be excited for it, regardless.
For sure.
Yeah, that's just the trend. If you love theme parks, then new stuff. It's a new toy, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be fun. It'll be
good.
It's
interesting that they went like the national park route in Magic Kingdom. I do feel like that might have been better over in Animal Kingdom with
exactly. Yes,
you could make a case for every other park.
Literally.
You could absolutely put off-roading and some Gators or Raptor, trucks. You put that in the America Pavilion in Epcot. Oh, daddy.
It would be great.
Are you kidding me? Mater belongs in Epcot. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. I think you should replace Figment. Personally, I'd go for that.
That's awesome.
That reminds me of a funny story. We took my husband to Epcot, and it was his first time going to Epcot, and we told him that Figment was like this thrill ride, and he was expecting like a drop at some point or a huge fast turn or anything. And he got to the end of it and we're all like looking at him and he's like, wait, that was it? He was like, we were like, yeah, wasn't that amazing? That was so cool. That was amazing. He was like, you guys are smoking crack. Like, that was the weirdest ride I've ever been on. And, like, now that I think about Figment as an adult, because I've grown up with it, so it's like nostalgic for me, but I look at it from his eyes and he's like, that is the weirdest ride. Like, why do people like that ride?
I don't know. I don't like Figment. I hate Figment a lot, from the bottom of my heart.
I've always said that ride when they created it, they had to be on something.
They had to.
They had to have been on something.
Yeah, the tortilla guy.
You come on, like
It's the moon. You know what I'm talking about?
yes.
Yes.
Like what were they doing when they made that? Like,
I
well,
don't
what were
know.
they passing out when it first opened? That's my question. You know,
Dude.
like
There's something in that burnt coffee smell. That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what? Figment is the cilantro of theme parks. Some people it tastes like soap, and
Those
other
are
people
fighting
it's
words.
delicious, you know? And for me, Figment is a whole bar of Irish Spring just for me.
Wait, cilantro and Irish Spring taste the same to you?
Sure.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Hey, I'm not.
personally
I
love
just saying,
cilantro.
Figment ain't it for me. But I like Roger Rabbit. I think we need more Roger Rabbit. Okay, so you can have your Figment. I'll have my Roger Rabbit. One of us
Well,
gets a
are
lot more
Poor
merch
Figment.
than the other. Just saying.
So if you're into bananas, does that mean you are also into Minions?
Boy, hot button topic. A lot of people have been asking me this, so it's breaking news here. I am not into Minions, but I don't mind them.
I see what you're saying.
I would have a beer with a Minion. I'd get a beer with a Minion, I'd sit down and we could talk about bananas. But, I don't think they're invited to my cookout, personally. But, I mean, I saw Despicable Me 4 in theaters, and it was the most I'd laughed in a theater since, like, the Medea movies were going to the theaters. Like, it was...
Oh man, I miss those movies too.
Oh,
Medea
I
movies.
don't think it
They're
was
so good.
as funny as the other ones, but I mean, it was still.
I checked out after 1 and then came back in for 4. And that little dude, he had them cheeks. You talking about them Minion cheeks? Bro, that's hilarious.
Uh,
Oh gosh, did you get to try that one dessert in Donkey Kong? What was it? Super Nintendo World.
Right,
It was
yeah.
the Donkey Kong cup.
I
Okay,
did
yeah.
not get it because it ain't bananas, which is a miss.
What? I thought it had banana flavor in it.
I don't think so. Well, they didn't have their signs up when I was there either, but somebody told me it was peachy
Oh.
and not
Oh.
banana-y.
I
Now,
thought
I
it
don't know
was
how true that is because I didn't have it. But when I heard, oh, it's not bananas and it's Donkey Kong's drink, why would I go buy that mug if it's just going to have peach in it? I'm looking for bananas, boy. What are we doing?
I am like 90% sure that it had bananas in it, but I could be wrong.
Could be.
but
whomever said it was peaches probably had one of those pina coladas before they went in.
because I
The
actually
pina coladas, 140 proof.
I heard Josh's car runs on that now. I heard he's been pouring that in his vintage Mercedes.
So attracted the
He's
golf
pouring
ball.
that pina colada in there. Yeah.
Okay, it's Dole Whip banana cream with sprinkles, chocolate bits, caramel popcorn, and Fanta pineapple soda.
So this peach guy, if I find you, peach guy, it's gonna be over for you. Peach man.
But the question is, does pineapple and banana together taste like peach?
I don't know. That used to be my favorite milkshake at Sonic till they quit carrying pineapple, but that's a whole other political battle we don't need to fight right now. That's how you know when the economy's struggling, they ain't got pineapple at the Sonic.
Okay, at least you have a Sonic.
Well, mine it is 90 minutes away, but from where I just moved to Massachusetts, so it
That's
just
right. That's right.
yeah.
You're
it
in
used
Mass
to be-
now?
I am.
Okay. I live in Florida now, but like Josh, from Mass.
Yeah, I know we had to trade one Southerner
For
for
two
every 2 Yankees, and I know that I just got drafted
Yeah.
because y'all left. So
where in Mass are you?
I am in Williamstown,
Okay, so you are.
up in the corner.
He doesn't say up in the corner. I was gonna say like
I
way.
can walk to Vermont and I can walk to New
Yeah.
York.
Okay, so you're like in. So Massachusettsers who are from like the Boston area, we consider that like not Massachusetts. But that's the mountains. Every time we talk to somebody from outside of like that area, like if you go past like west of Worcester and like Massachusetts people out that way, they're like, yes, there's more to Massachusetts than just the Boston surrounding area.
The Berkshires. People who summer in the Berkshires. Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah, I think I mapped it when you told me where you were moving, and I was like, oh, he's only like 4 or 5 hours from me, which makes it way closer than Josh and Jerry.
Yeah, literally.
It's true. It's very true. It's only a day drive, you know? It's just a day drive.
So we have to figure out a theme park to go to up here and make Josh and Jerry fly up.
Ooh.
Anything but Canopy Lake. Oh, all if the viewers can see Josh's look, because he is technically here somehow. But
Yeah, he's giving a big thumbs up.
Yeah.
I think that was a video. Yeah, I don't even know what's up here. I'm sure there's
Six
something.
Flags in New England, anyways. There's Six Flags. There's Canopy Lake. That's really about it in New England, honestly, for theme. I mean, you got Water Country,
Hey.
which is water slides, but
They have that DreamWorks water park in New Jersey, right?
yes, in Jersey, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they
see?
do. A good
I'd
idea.
go to
actually.
that. You can make
Yes.
Shrek and go down a water slide.
Yeah, count me in. I'd go to that. I actually want to
It's-
go to that.
Me too. It looks fantastic.
I agree. I forgot about that.
Is that a new one or an old one, or
Newer, couple
New to
years,
me.
I believe. That's like the whole Nickelodeon thing, right? Inside like the mall, inside in Jersey and outside of right outside of the city of New York, if I'm not mistaken, right?
That sounds about right.
That's the one you're thinking of.
Probably. All I know is I can meet Shrek and go down a water
Yes.
slide. Listen, I pay attention to the important details. I love character meet and greets, so I'm like, I can meet Shrek. Okay. Yes.
I used to not be a big character person, and I will say, like, within the past couple years, I've grown into more of a character person, and Epic Universe was like the thing that put me over the edge. All of their street actors and everything, it was like the best time.
I agree.
It is. I did not get a viral Invisible Man moment.
I didn't either. I
He
didn't see him.
was
He
nice
was
to
invisible.
me.
I didn't see him.
He's nice to you.
He was nice to me.
He
He was
roasted.
weird.
He roasted us. I thought for
Well,
sure.
did you use his real name?
No, I didn't even say his name.
See, I went over and I said, "Hey, Dr. Griffin, big fan. Can I get a picture?"
Mm-hmm.
And he was very
And he
nice to me
was
because,
Sure.
yeah, pretty much.
He didn't.
I mean, I
comment
can't.
on here.
Yeah, and then he said I should get a suit like his, and I was like, I might just have to do that. Have a good day, Dr. Griffin. And I walked away, and I looked at Josh and I said, he didn't yell at me at all. We were kind of bummed because he didn't.
He like tore apart my shirt because I was wearing a tank top that I had just gotten from Dark Universe, and he was saying that like it was hilarious. He was like telling Lee and a couple of other people that they should be scared because they were like, "Oh, we're scared, you know, we don't like monsters and everything." And he's like, "Oh, you should be scared. I don't know why you are even here." And but he was on top of it, but we didn't get it filmed because Lee forgot to press the record button. So
Wow. Thanks, Lee. Thanks. I just want.
So-
Hey, I'm a simple man. I want to get yelled at by Dr. Griffin. I don't think that's too much to ask. Everybody else does, and then he's just like, "Oh, hey, we're chill." I'm
I
like,
think
"Oh,
if you
okay."
next time go in like a little more hostile, and maybe
Yeah. See, I killed him with kindness,
yeah,
and I
yeah,
shouldn't have done that.
definitely.
The How to Train Your Dragon characters are fan-freaking-tastic. Now, I've never watched those movies, but I never watched them.
You need to go
But
back and watch them.
I tell you, them actors are, oh my god, they're killing it. They're killing it, and I like that they will spend time a lot more time. I think with people than a lot of time
Yeah.
people are expecting. and they're really good at reading the situations. Some fantastic improv actors are doing that stuff right now. Like it's crazy. They can tell if the person's like, okay, I'm done, or I'm just looking for a picture, right? And they know that very quickly. So I can appreciate that about them. But yeah, I know Josh was super excited to meet Astrid. He was so, I mean, he was giggling. We were sitting, I'm not even kidding. He was swinging his little feet. We were sitting in the stool and he said, "You think Astrid will talk to me?" I said, I mean, probably. It's her job. If you say hello, at the least she's going to say hi, But he's like, "Yeah, I think she'll talk to me." And his little feet were like, we were in the little Viking cafe over there. I can't remember.
You guys realize, but there is like a side chat going on, and Josh has words for you.
I didn't know that.
Wait, there's 17 of.
Hold on, let me check this.
Oh man.
Even though he can't vocally
Yes, OMG, I love Astrid. She's so cute. Tee-hee. Yeah, he has been. Look at that. That's so nice.
Bro, that was our special moment.
The Tee-hee really sold it for me. Yeah.
Oh man, that's so good.
Yeah. But Epic Universe is so nice. I'm loving Epic, loving all the stuff that was over there. I'm so excited to go back in September.
Same here.
I don't know what all this anti-Epic propaganda my For You page on TikTok's been giving me.
Seriously.
But I loved it. When me and Josh first walked in there during the preview, I mean, I had goosebumps all up my arm. It looked like the pictures. Like it's
Absolutely.
not. It's
I'm glad
no
you
joke.
clarified, because I wasn't sure if Josh gave you goosebumps or the park gave you.
Yeah, he did. Well,
I was wondering the same thing.
He was following really closely behind me and just kept saying, "Have you seen Astrid? Did you see Astrid?" It's kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies. I wasn't into that. But yeah, it was fabulous though. I mean, the every one of the lands was spectacular, and honestly, the land I'm looking forward to most is Celestial Park. Is returning to Celestial Park.
Yep.
Second is probably Darkmoor, and then third the Harry Potter area, just so I can do I want to see all the Newt Scamander stuff. Somehow I missed all of it, and I love Newt. But that just shows you like how much is there, because the only thing me and Josh did was we were trying to go over that with a fine-tooth comb and get every bit of everything we could out of it. Take a picture of every tile in the bathrooms. He was a lot more attentive to that than I was, but I let him. I said, "Go off, King," but he did it, and he knows.
I took pictures of the tiles in the bathroom too.
Yeah, it was so good.
Impressed that the bathrooms even had colorful tiles.
Fair. And oh my gosh, those black toilets.
Yes.
That's where it's at. I'm sorry. I got to get one at home. That's fantastic. I don't know why I was so amazed with it, but you think toilet, you think white. No, black. They switched it. They subverted the narrative.
So your favorite part of Epic was the
toilets.
It's
so creative.
Noted.
It was epic. It was epic.
D23, they're going to announce a new color of toilet.
They need to. They got to get on it. If Disney wants my money, let's go. Purple, green, yellow toilets. Let's go. Have a whole banana bathroom, and you bet I'll be there.
They're like, how to win Noah back for Animal Kingdom? We're gonna put black toilets in.
Black toilets in the tropical. I'll be there. I'll be there.
It'll be a rope drop.
It'll be a drop of some kind.
That's right.
Again, full circle with the poo.
Full circle back to the poop. Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, fantastic.
Oh.
What was your guys' standout thing at Epic?
Oh man.
I don't think anything will top the toilets, honestly.
I was
the toilets, right?
Really impressed with Isle of Berk. Like, I was not expecting it to be as good. So I think probably because my expectations were so low, but also I love those movies. I think they're super cute, but the character interactions there, that like did it over the top for me. Like, they were so on top of it. I circled back around and went back in by myself like right before park closed, and all the characters were out, and like they came up to me, like I didn't have to go up to them or anything. Like they would come up to me and interact and everything, and they would pull other people out and like so it was a whole group thing, and so that was really cool. But Darkmoor, of course, because I'm a spooky nerd, that one was just like a love song to all of the Universal monsters for me.
Yeah.
So
And that ride is so good.
yes, yes.
It's so good. And I was so worried it was going to be like Forbidden Journey and I wasn't ever going to be able to ride it again. But it
You're
was
talking
so
about Monsters
smooth.
Unchained, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that was probably like out of all Epic, that was my favorite thing. Like including like the lands, like that ride was top
It's a
notch.
standout. It's a standout for sure. Yeah.
What about you, Jerry?
Definitely, I'm gonna have to Monsters Unchained. I think
Yeah.
takes it for me for like
Mhm.
best thing Epic. I think did, but I'm talking lands. I think I have to go Isles of Berk too, and I've only seen the first movie too, so like that
Okay.
speaks numbers on the land. Like only seeing one, like didn't even follow up with all the other movies or anything like that, and unreal what they did with it.
It's such a deep land.
Yeah.
It goes back
For sure.
So long.
Absolutely. And I didn't even get on any of the rides because they weren't open when I did my
Hiccups
preview.
Wing Gliders is so good.
I know everyone says it, so I got to get back to
Ugh.
get on that. But honestly, for me, because in my childhood, Super Nintendo, because I haven't gone to the one in Disneyland yet, so that was my first time ever experiencing Super Nintendo, the Super Nintendo land. So me personally, that was so cool seeing that up in person. Like I can see like it's a lot going on to look at there. So like it's probably ADD nightmare for a lot of folks, but no, honestly though, it's hard to like. I said this before, and I think every single portal that they did at Epic already, in my opinion, beats out anything that Disney's done so far.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that. Like and what I love about this theme park conversation, people go, well, what about Guardians? And I go, if you named one ride, I just named an entire theme park.
Exactly. Yep.
You said Guardians and then
Yep.
stopped.
Exactly.
Like that was going to do anything. Yep. If we went bar for bar, you would say Guardians, and then I would just keep listing things for the next hour and a half that are great at Epic. And Guardians is so like, if you get a bad song, my day's ruined. I'm sorry. The whole time I'm gonna be sitting there, I'll be drinking my margarita in Mexico and go,
Do you know that I have only gotten Conga. I have never had another song.
Seriously?
I've gotten them all.
Yeah, seriously.
You had them all?
I've had them all.
Wow. Not me.
One way or another is number one for me. I want to feel like I'm kicking ass. You know, I don't want to feel like I'm dancing and everyone else is doing all the work. One way or another hits, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna punch this space guy. I'm gonna punch him. Yeah, it's good. Iran is also fantastic, but I digress. No, it's crazy. Only
Noah's like, Conga, just let me off the ride. Don't even
imagine.
Just stop it.
Yeah.
That's
I also
all I've had.
Don't love Everybody Wants to Rule the World for that ride either. I don't feel like I'm kicking butt.
With you on that.
It's a vibe. I'm not here to vibe.
Exactly. Yep.
It's different. Yeah. It's weird.
Well, I don't know why everybody has to crap on Epic Universe and they just can't be happy that there is
something new
park.
Agreed.
In Orlando, because we've had the same theme parks down there for so long, and now
nobody wanted to give Holy Land a chance, you know. So don't mess this up. Don't make Epic Universe the next Holy Land, y'all.
Legit.
All right.
Legit. And like, not even like hating. Like, I feel like the last like 6 months I've just been on Spio and Disney. I'm excited for what they have coming, you know, and I hope it, you know, puts that like spark back in for them, you know, and I really hope so. You know, it's like, but like, why can't people just be happy for Epic? Like in Universal,
right.
Like it's, don't get it.
They really need to get them an Eisner kind of guy to replace Iger. And I know that sounds crazy. Like, oh, the guy who threw a bunch of money out the window. I was like, yeah, but his stuff kind of slapped.
It worked out.
What are like the two things I have to do when I go to Disney if I'm going to Hollywood Studios or MGM under his tenure? Tower of Terror and Fantasmic.
Great.
Those are absolute.
Yep, agreed.
And the whole reason Tower of Terror there is because Eisner's moody teenager said, "There's no thrill right here, Dad." So I mean, I just would love to see somebody who just is okay with throwing 100 cupcakes at the wall and seeing which ones stick. And I think Disney has to do that. They're playing it safe to an extent. I mean, Epic was such. I mean, it's safe now that when we think about it, like, oh yeah, obviously new Harry Potter, How to Train Your Dragon, all that, Mario, all that was safe. But Darkmoor or the entire Celestial Park thing, I mean, for the average person, that seemed like, what are they doing?
Yeah, sure.
And panel of 3 people here might be an echo chamber, but the 3 of us all said Monsters Unchained or Darkmoor
exactly
was a standout from Epic.
Yep.
And that was, for most people, the one they were like, are you sure about that? Are you sure? Because we could do another Minion Land. But they didn't. And I think that maybe this will be the swift kick in the rear that Disney needs. I don't think Fifth Gate is what Disney World needs. I know a lot of people saying they have to have a new park. Fifth Gate isn't the answer. But taking a look at what is working in their parks and enhancing that and telling more stories, because really, each of Epic's portals, it's a story. It's a whole new world. Darkmoor is lore about the well with the vampires and all that stuff. That it's fantastic. And the beasts are also fantastic. Thank you for asking, over in Ministry of Magic. But it's so different and so fun, and there's so much more interactivity in Epic with both the power bands in Super Nintendo World and the wands and Harry Potter. There really isn't that. Your magic bands do so little.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
And I say that as somebody who only wants a Magic Band Plus, because I want that thing to be lighting up and vibrating.
Me too.
I'm like, well, no, I got to get that one.
You got to spend double the price. I need to feel the vibration.
It's gonna light up.
That's gonna light up.
That sells it for me. I'm like, oh, it lights up. Okay.
Oh man, it's so
I'll
funny.
Take 2.
Mine is like one of the old school ones. It's charged.
The square one?
Still kicking?
Well, not that then. It has like it's just a basic one, but it's still kicking. And I'm like, I'm not gonna get rid of it.
Fair. I wish that I could be as content with my consumerism as you.
Me too.
Well, hey, look, there are things I will spend money on. I always get a tiki mug from Oga's Cantina, or
wow. They know when you come in, they're like, oh, it's gonna be a good night, boys.
Yeah.
I have almost all of the Oga's Cantina ones. There's which is not a whole lot because they don't release
Well, they have several different colors of the Endor ones. They have the Loth Cat. They have the what is it, Porg?
The Porg, yeah. So I have the Loth Cat, the Porg, the most recent one that came out, and I have the green Endor one, but I don't have the other ones because I started with the green one. So
I got brown and blue for my Endor mugs. But that Yub Nub slaps. I have to get
it. So there are things I will spend money on. And I try, for me, I try to spend money on things that I know I'm going to use at home too.
Smart.
Because then
my computer is currently sitting on a Fez I bought in the Morocco Pavilion. I can use it at home. I won't, but I could.
Are you going to D23 this year?
No, but that's because it falls right before my birthday, and I'm going to be spending a week in Universal. So gotcha. I would go. It was funny. Last year we went to California. We had a miserable time. I can't stand Disneyland. We said when we left, we'll go to the one in Orlando. That's going to be more of the vibe we want. And with it being at Coronado, a lot of the events taking place there, I was super excited for it, but it didn't play. I mean, I could be there for 2 weeks like I did last August, where I think I was home for maybe 6 days last August between Disneyland, Disney World, and Universal. It was nonstop theme parking. I was like, I could do that again, but do I want to? I felt miserable.
What happened to all your cats and your dog?
Yeah, I have a fabulous cat sitter. Shout out to Tegan.
Aw.
She's
That's
the
awesome.
best. She's done a lot of. I do a lot of theater work, and she's done a stage manager. She's the best of the best. So, and she is such a good stage manager that she'll watch my pets. So,
Will she fly up here? We need a dog sitter.
see, well, that's what I'm thinking that we're gonna have her come up here and watch him while I'm doing my stuff in Orlando for my birthday this year. So I'm thinking about having her come up, and I'm like, you just have the house in the Berkshires to yourself. You get to spend a week in the Berkshires, and you just have to watch my cats and dog. Like, that seems like a fair trade. So, yeah, but I'm so excited. It's gonna be crazy because I'm doing a full week in Universal, and I haven't done like long trip, and being able to just say, you know what, I'm gonna ride ET so many times, and it's gonna be great.
Are you doing Halloween Horror Nights?
So, I am somebody who has said for years, I have no interest in Halloween Horror Nights. I'll only do Halloween Horror Nights if they do FNAF. And boy, ain't they
This
doing
is the
FNAF.
year.
So I'm going to Halloween. But I can't believe Five Nights at Freddy's. Oh my gosh, I'm a YouTube kid, so like the idea that Five Nights at Freddy's is going to be there, it's my whole family is super excited for it. I think that it's piqued the interest of like my younger sisters,
Sure.
and my brothers are all like, "Oh wait, Freddy Fazbear is going to be there," and so now the interest is really peaked for it. I know that me and my wife are going to be doing. What's that?
I don't think it's going to be a full house. I think it's going to
I
be
just need
something
to see
different.
Freddy.
No,
I just need to see Freddy.
I'm totally excited for whatever they're going, but they keep hinting at it's going to be something different.
Pizzeria. Fingers crossed. So Universal has bought out all the Chuck E. Cheeses in Florida, and they're turning it Freddy Fazbear's.
Would be amazing.
That's what they need to do. That would be epic.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it's so cool. Me and my wife are doing the lights on tours of the houses when we go down there. So, because she's like, I don't want to like have people jumping at me, but we both do a lot of theater stuff, and she's very interested in the stagecraft and like how all of it works. And I said, I got you. We'll go with all the lights on. It'll be 8:30 in the morning, and we'll go see everything when it's not dark and people aren't scaring us. And so we're getting to do that, but. Yeah, I'm very excited. I'm excited FNAF is going to do something. Fallout, obviously, big.
Yeah,
if
that's
there's
huge.
anything with bugs, I'm hype. That's the thing I keep missing out at Halloween Horror Nights. I want to do these bug houses, man. They seem awesome. I love bugs. But I don't know. They might be weird, but I like bugs, you know. You've done the bug houses, right, Katie?
I'm trying to remember. So
hasn't she done that?
All right.
I've lost count of all the houses, and I have like a horrible memory. So there's only like a few that really stick in my mind. Like there's one that I went to when I was 17 years old, and I don't remember what it's called, but I can like remember the layout perfectly. But in between all the years that I've gone, like they all just start kind of blending together. So I don't, and I'm not really afraid of bugs, so like that wouldn't.
Neither am I. I love bugs. You probably didn't do it. You'd remember it. You did the bugs, right? It would stick with you.
I would assume so. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's like it's tough to be a bug, but longer, you know? That's what we need.
Yeah.
More bugs.
More bugs. You sound like the Men in Black character.
I think it's time for some final thoughts, I would say. Okay, I'm gonna kick it off. What do you think is a good question for this week?
Wait, what?
For final thoughts, what do you think is a good question to wrap up?
I don't know. You caught me off guard because I thought you said something else.
So on the topic, I think we finished with this either last episode or 2 episodes ago, but on the topic of HHN and houses, I know they've only announced the one so far. What else would you guys like to see for this coming year?
I already know all the houses that are coming, so I can't say anything.
Well, good for you, Katie, okay?
Well, you know what I'd like? I'd like Jurassic World Rebirth house. I'd like to see
that'd be cool.
Dinosaurs.
No, actually, I was gonna say a Jurassic Park one.
That would be really cool, actually.
That would be cool. because especially like old school Jurassic Park, I would love to see because like when the kids are hiding from the raptors, like that was peak horror for me as a kid.
Good. That's good. I mean, my favorite horror franchise is Scream, easily, and so
Yes,
I would
yep.
also say I'd love to see a Scream. I know that it almost happened, allegedly, supposedly, whatever. There was supposed to be a Scream house at some point, but I think doing something like that would also be fun.
Maybe in the future, because there's a new one coming, isn't there?
Unfortunately, there is a new one.
Think so? Think
They
there's
just
another one?
keep making them.
They keep making it.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, I would say Jurassic World would be my favorite. Like,
That would be cool.
must
I agree,
must
actually.
see. If there was a dinosaur and you do Jurassic Park, but keep it all practical. The puppet work would be incredible. Animatronics, whatever you got to do to juice it up. But it might be better suited if they ever went back and did both parks Halloween Horror Nights and had Islands of Adventure also in it, and you could do the whole Jurassic Park section could be
That
more
would be
horror
cool.
driven.
Yeah.
That's what Jurassic Park's missing anyways, is the
I
horror
agree.
element of recent
Sure.
years. Yeah. Let's get spooky with it. Let's get weird. Let's go through like an InGen, science lab, and there'd be a bunch of weird frogs. Like, I'm here for it. What about you, Jerry? What house do you want?
Actually, I can get on board with Jurassic Park. I like that. I definitely like that.
I also think a Bates Motel would be really good.
Ooh, that would be
Mm.
awesome. Yes, Space Motel would be so cool.
I love Bates Motel. That'd be so good.
Such a
And they
well
gotta
done
get
show.
that weird kid, the I am a
Yes.
surgeon kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bring the good doctor and have him just reprise his
Yeah.
role for Halloween Horror Nights. Do it. I don't care. That guy was great. Just not Vince Vaughn. We don't need Vince Vaughn. But if the
Oh,
I'm a
man.
surgeon guy can come back, I'm all
Oh, that's great.
Oh my gosh.
Man. But
Well,
but
should
no,
we let everybody know where they can find Noah and
Yes.
everything?
Yep. So my address is no. I'm just
yeah. And his Venmo is.
But you can find me on social medias at The Real Human Muppet. And I'd love to have you follow me. I do all kinds of funny videos. I try to just keep it light on there. I'm not going to be bashing anything too hard unless it's really that bad. But I try to keep it positive. I try to keep it funny. I do lots of little skits and stuff whenever I can get Josh to hold the camera still long enough in between his wheezing of laughter and getting hit by golf balls. But yeah, follow me at The Real Human Muppet.
And you can find me at It's a Buzz Life on Instagram, TikTok, pretty much
Good
anywhere.
Good follow.
Yeah, and I'm at the Magical KTB pretty much anywhere too.
Good job.
But Noah, thanks for stepping in for Josh.
Thank you for having
awesome
me.
time. When hopefully you come back soon when Josh is here too. Would be a great episode.
That would be nice. It would be nice.
But to fill in for Josh here, as Josh would say, it's time to put your hands up, and we'll see you next time.